We're drinking old fashions because that's what we do. You don't have any cherries in yours.
No, because I'm old school.
Welcome to the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show, where hosts Brian Leverage and Jeffrey Holst pour out old fashioned real estate advice.
Episode 26.
Hello, and welcome to the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show. This is a very special episode because it is our 1 year anniversary of starting the show.
Yes, it is. I'm Brian Leverage.
I'm Jeffrey Holst.
We're happy to be here with you again. Although, frankly, I think your intro there could have been a little cheery given the time of year.
That's true. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all
Happy
that kind of
Hanukkah,
jazz.
Kwanzaa.
All the holidays.
Yeah.
We at the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show like all holidays.
Yes, we do.
Mostly because we like to not work.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, this is our 26th episode.
Wow.
26.
Yeah.
We normally don't say that. This is like a little side note. We normally don't put the episode number in our actual voice because we never know when the episodes are going to come out. But this one we're filming special for the holidays. So if all goes according to plan, today is the December 21st or 22nd, something like that.
And if it's airing sometime in February, then we're going to blame that on production.
Yeah, that's right. It will be Cameron's fault. Hi, Cameron.
Hi.
We're going to definitely blame Cameron if this is
Who, by the way, makes all of this possible. And
That's right.
A big shout out to him for helping
In
us,
fact-
because it's a team.
In fact, if you want to see how everything was before Cameron was involved, you should watch this clip that we're about to play.
Good afternoon. My name's Brian Leverage.
My name is Jeff. This is Brian.
Good to be here. We both share a deep love for investing in real estate and a slightly more shallow love of drinking as well.
Old
So
fashions
cheers.
in particular.
You improve property values typically, you create opportunities for families to form, which in turn benefit those same communities even longer term. So there's a much larger picture to all of it. People almost universally need a place to live at all times.
Obviously, you're the co-host of the insanely popular Old Fashioned Real Estate Show. We have at least 14 subscribers
Teens
now.
of listeners.
Yes, maybe even high teens of listeners by the time this episode comes out. We're optimistic though, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about you, Brian.
Got to keep a couple secrets. It certainly wasn't because of my looks.
I mean, you do have a really nice shiny head, so there is that.
First, Jeff, tell me a bit about yourself.
My name is Jeff.
Okay.
For me, it started when I was like 13 or 14 years old. I was, sneaking out of my bedroom and watching late night television. And I saw Carlton Sheets on TV. Do you remember
I
Carlton
was nervous
Sheets?
where that was going for just a brief second.
Nope, Carlton Sheets. I don't talk about some of that other stuff.
Yeah, you're obviously interested in real estate. That is, after all, why we're here. But let's get a little more
I'm here for the
detail
drinks,
there.
actually, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
That's
but
what keeps you coming back, at least. Absolutely.
we're old-fashioned guys. What can we say? I would recommend just sitting down, making yourself a drink, and enjoying the show. Well, that was interesting.
Yes, it most certainly was. What was probably even more interesting was the first episode, right?
Yeah, the first episode. We had teens of subscribers, I think we said at that point.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Which is actually surprising because at that point we had never had an episode.
Right.
So I'm not sure who those people were. But we really want to thank you for subscribing. If you've been subscribed since the first episode, you should comment in the comments
You're
of the show.
definitely one of the original teens.
That's right. Yeah. And I think that of the teens, like 8 of them were me.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
Something like that.
But we had a goal when we first got into this, and the goal was by the end of the year
Right.
to have 100 subscribers.
That's right. So we've had our first episode come out in January of 2019, this year, if you're watching it currently. And our goal was 100 subscribers, and we were actually able to hit that by June.
Right.
So we were very happy, and we made a Facebook post at that time saying we were very thankful to you all. But if you didn't see that, we definitely appreciate those first 100 subscribers.
And then we changed that goal.
We did. We increased the goal to 365. The goal was one person per day for the year.
Yeah.
And as of today, which is the 16th of November, so we're filming this a little bit. Now you guys are behind the scenes and you know that we don't shoot these things live. The 16th of November, we have 366 subscribers.
Yeah, so don't drop off.
Yeah, no, let's hope we at least have that many by the end of the year. Otherwise, we have a real problem. In fact, we had 366 2 days ago, and then it dropped to 365. So whoever you are, resubscribe.
That's horse.
Yeah. But seriously, though, we really do thank you for subscribing, and it means a lot to us that you've been enjoying our show, hopefully as much as we have. Now, if you haven't poured a drink for the show yet, this might be the time to do it. We're drinking old fashions because that's what we do. You don't have any cherries in yours.
No, because I'm old school.
It's true. We covered that in episode 2, but you don't want to go back and watch that because that was one of those ones like that first episode we just played. Anyway, so we're going to share a few. This show is going to be a little bit different. It's not topic based, right? We're going to share a few of our favorite moments from this year, and then we're going to talk about our goals for next year, and that's going to be the show. Yeah. So we're going to start out with one of my personal favorite moments, and that is when we discovered that we're not the mafia. And what we really like to call them is limited or passive partnerships.
Yeah, we're not the mafia, just for the record.
That's right. Syndication has a sort of strange feel to it. But that's essentially a real estate syndication is any time when 2 or more people get together to invest in real estate. That's the classic definition of a real estate syndication. All right, welcome back. So now that you know we're not the mafia, well, at least if you can believe that guy. He says we're not. By the way, that clip, just so you know, that's from our episode on syndications.
Yes.
And we were talking about how to invest in other people's deals without I think it was episode 11 actually. So it was investing in other people's real estate deals and how to evaluate those. So if you haven't checked that out, you might want to check that episode out.
But moving right along, we've got a couple others that are of interest.
Yeah, so we think it's really important that we thank our guests. So this year we've had 3 guests on the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show, which isn't very many given that we've had 26 episodes. But since we didn't plan on having any guests, it's 3 more than we planned.
Yes.
And I think we have to thank our very first guest, because if it wasn't for her, we might never have had a guest on the show.
And Jillian, I can't tell you how glad that Jeff and you have made each other's acquaintance.
So Jillian is a good friend of the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show. She's actually constantly posting photos of herself with the Old Fashioned Real Estate swag. So if you haven't checked out our store, you should check that out. You could buy an Old Fashioned Real Estate hat or one of these really cool shirts.
And if you're thinking about doing syndications, you should definitely talk to her and her firm.
Right, which you can find out more about. I'll put this in the show notes as well, but I believe it's crowdfundinglawyers.net.
Right.
And I said that wrong on a Facebook Live, and I apologize.
But in addition to being an expert attorney in securities and formation, she's also a hell of a singer.
She is a rock star when it comes to the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show. I think we'll just let her speak for herself.
That's right.
I'm not going to remember the lyrics. All right. I might get through one verse. All right.
One verse.
Pardon me, boys, at the Chattanooga Choo-Choo, track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine.
Good enough. All right, so Jillian, thank you for that riveting rendition of the Chattanooga Choo-Choo. I hope you watched this episode. I mean, I know you're a giant fan, so you probably watched this episode 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm. But this next outtake is a little bit of a personal one for me.
I'm disappointed in you, actually. I'm not going to lie. I'm very disappointed.
So, off camera, I tend to have the mouth of both a sailor and a contractor, probably a married contractor and sailor, if we're being honest about it. But yet, I've always managed to keep it together.
Wait. In fairness, there have been a couple times where we had to stop the show and start over because of things that you've said.
Yeah, true. But
he has done a pretty good job. In fact, he hasn't dropped an F-bomb the entire time we've been filming today.
So our second ever guest on the show beat me to the punch.
Matt Faircloth. Matt is a multifamily syndicator. He owns a tremendous number of multifamily apartments, along with his partner Justin Fraser, and they were kind enough to come on the show in episode 24. And that one came out right before Thanksgiving this year. And by right before Thanksgiving, I mean like a week from now, because we're filming in early November, as we've already admitted. But anyway, the show's excellent. I hope you've watched it. If you haven't, you should jump back and watch it. But I think what Brian's talking about is he's super jealous of Matt because of what happened in this clip.
That's right.
I'm not going to buy myself a fucking Tesla with my investors' money like some other
You
folks
just
are
dropped
doing
the
and stuff
first
like that.
F-bomb on our show.
Did it really? Oh my God! Yay! Toast the first F-bomb.
All right. Welcome back. This next
Do you want to just do it now? Do you want to just get it out of the way and
say
That's it. I appreciate it. High five. Okay, now normally we don't endorse language like that on the show, and that's why it's been bleeped out. But that was an F-bomb, in case you didn't know.
We did a while ago, however, have a viewer Q&A episode, did we not?
We actually had 2 Q&A episodes.
Right. And generally, we're pretty good at being able to answer those off the cuff and pretty quick. But
Right, like when Emily asked us questions about the MLS, we had no problem answering.
Right.
But later in that same episode, Cody asked us this riveting question. I think you're going to love Brian's answer. He asked a secondary question, which kind of confused me, to be honest. And are you feeling up to the secondary question on land
Fire
leases?
away.
All right, I do not know the answer to this, in full disclosure.
Red.
What's the difference? Yeah, blue, I think. So what's the difference between a subordinate and an unsubordinate land lease?
Cody, I don't know that one.
I also don't know. So Cody, we'll try to find the answer to
The
that.
answer is Google.
Yeah, that's right. So Dr. Google will help us with that. Yeah, I'm going to need a little more bourbon after that one. Dude, you spilled on my notes.
That's
All right, well, it's the holidays, so, 'tis the season. Yeah, by the way, if anybody knows anyone from Maker's Mark, we're a big fan of your bourbon, and you should sponsor the show. But any rate, let's see how that did turn out okay, just adding bourbon to the old-fashioned.
Probably want to let it chill just a minute.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe should have added a little bit more bitter and a little
Yeah.
bit sugar. So for the next episode, we'll have to pour new drinks.
Yeah.
And no, we don't film more than one episode at once. That would be crazy. All right, so that's it for our favorite moments. I mean, we have so many favorite moments from the show. And, just off the top of my head, there's the Market Cycle show, which I think is fantastic and everyone should watch. We filmed that back in May, and I don't think... I think where we were in May is about where we are now. Yeah. So
the main thing, though, is that we've had a blast doing these episodes for the last year, and we hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And we have a little closing comments, but before we get into the closing thoughts, we wanted to show you some of our favorite behind-the-scenes moments from the show. So we definitely need a drink before these because there's a couple that are a little crazy. Okay.
Fa sol la ti.
No, you should definitely put that in the blooper roll.
Do re mi fa sol la ti.
I mean, he likes us to clap. What can I say? Oh, that was good. It was synchronized.
This is Jeffy Jeff.
Jeffy Jeff. That's better than
And Brian,
Mark.
who I haven't come up with a good nickname for you.
Brian.
We're gonna work
Brian's good.
I have notes because I don't remember dates very well. 1, we're super happy you're here. And 2,
Yeah.
I think the second thing that we were going to share is that you should buy a bunch of fucking stuff from us.
It's called Ricardo's Law of Rents. And why don't you tell us a little bit about Ricardo?
Yeah, we have to start over.
Okay.
Do you want me to start this one?
No, I'm good.
All right, you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Old Fashioned Real Estate Show. I'm Brian Leverage.
And I'm Jeffrey Holst.
And I just dropped my mic on the floor. We're about to start over.
I'm going to start at 3 minutes, and I'm starting this time because Brian's clearly not had enough bourbon.
You're supposed to be the expert on this one.
No, it's really bad, man. All right, I got to drink a little bit so I can hear him.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, you did well this time.
Yeah, I did a really healthy bourbon pour on both.
I can tell. Delicious, huh?
Ah, God, no.
I told you it'd work.
Tuck that piece a little bit.
Tuck it this way,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to put it
Yeah,
behind.
just-
It's fantastic. No, you look perfect.
And if you could fix yours a little bit.
That's broken. Your eyes were closed at the end.
Yeah, I know. They close a lot because I have a crazy lazy eye.
You should just do this.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. All right. That's going to be on the outtakes, won't it?
Welcome back. My name is Jeffrey Holst, and this is Cameron?
What's up?
Hey, so Cameron just wanted to pop in a minute because he's our camera guy. How are you running the cameras right now?
I'm just hoping and praying nothing catastrophic happens right now.
So you're doing exactly what I did when I filmed the Jillian episode
Yes,
and the
yeah.
Matt episode, which worked out okay, actually.
Yeah.
So it worked fine. We filmed those episodes in Nashville, and I just took cameras from Cameron.
Yeah.
And Cameron's
I was
cameras.
in
Do you get that a
Disney
lot,
World.
the Cameron's
I
cameras?
do, yes.
Yeah, you should have named your company Cameron's Cameras. So I just wanted a quick plug. Longview, that's the name of your
Yeah,
company,
Longview
right? Longview Productions. And we'll put the link to the Facebook page
Yeah.
and also your
Awesome.
web page in
Thank
our
you.
show notes. But Camera's been doing our show since episode 5, I
was the
think.
first one I
yeah,
did, yeah.
5. And so if you think that you saw an uptick in quality around episode 5, you're probably right. So anything you want to tell our viewers?
Just keep enjoying the show, keep liking and subscribing, and check out my website.
Now watch this transition. Now it's Brian! Hey, that worked! You're back! Welcome back, Brian.
It's good to be here.
Cameron's back over behind the cameras.
Hey,
now.
Cam.
He's waving. You guys can't see that because
That doesn't play well
behind
on
the
film.
cameras, actually. So we didn't talk about this, but we just wanted to wrap the episode up here with a few things. Well, one, we wanted to thank everyone again. So thank you very much for watching our show. And we wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But we also wanted to give you a few things that we have coming up on the horizon that we think will be good for all of us.
Yeah.
So we didn't really plan anything, and we're just going to go freeform here. So Brian, what are your 2020 goals?
Well, I think I want to lose some weight on a personal level.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm drinking right now.
Yeah. Well, that's another episode. But all that being said, me on a personal level, love working with you. Keep doing the show. Want to expand our viewer audience here.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, more real estate deals. I think we're both very passionate about the same thing, and that's a great fit.
Right. So I have some goals for the rest of this year. Remember, we're filming in November, and this is coming out later. But hopefully, by the time this episode comes out, we'll have closed out a couple of apartment complex deals that we have under contract. So we'll have 38 more units.
38 more units.
38 more
Yep.
units. So that'll be good. And then I want to, going into next year, continue to increase my multifamily holdings.
Yes.
Lose weight, like you said. I want to climb to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. I actually bought my ticket today.
Jeff's a big fan of Toto, by the way, and he has agreed to play Reigns of Africa, his entire ascent on a continuous
Oh,
loop.
no, I'm actually going to play that clip of Jillian singing the Chattanooga Choo Choo the whole time, actually. So. I am not a fan of Toto.
No.
Or whatever their name is.
Doesn't matter. The song's fitting, and that's the important thing.
That's right. So are you
Yeah.
coming to Kilimanjaro?
I'm not.
If any of you want to come to Kilimanjaro, there's still time to sign up. And
I might do a flat Brian at the top of Kilimanjaro
Yeah.
with one of your fellow hikers.
I feel like you said you were going to wait for the cable car. Is that
Yes,
that's what
yeah,
you told me
exactly.
earlier? Yeah. So but Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain in Africa, and I'm going to be climbing that in February. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm excited, like you, to continue doing what we're doing with the show. I think it's been great. A year ago, when we decided that we wanted to have a show, we had no idea where it would go, and we had no expectations. We just decided it would be fun to do it, and it has been really fun, and we've gotten really great support from you in the audience, and we super appreciate that. So,
And what we hope here is that during the course of the last year, we've provided information that you yourself can use to help you build your personal net worth and real estate portfolio, because in my opinion, and I think I speak for both of us when I say this, real estate is pretty much the most powerful wealth building asset that there is.
and we said that in our very first episode, I think. It might have been the second or third, but we talked about how we felt like there are more millionaires that hold their wealth or generated their wealth in real estate than any other field. And we both are very passionate about real estate, and we hope that we're able to share some of our knowledge and passion with you.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. Wish you all a happy new year and a safe and prosperous 2020.
That's right. And then at the end of 2020, when you're looking back at 2020, you can think two things. These are very important things. One, that you did everything in 2020 that you wanted to do. And two, 2020 is really hindsight now.
Yeah.
Or
Hashtag
as
last life
hindsight
ever.
is 2020. And yes, if you haven't checked out my Facebook page, Last Life Ever, I would be very honored if you check that out.
Yes. See you all next year, and look forward to your continued viewership and expansion.
Are you going to sing the New Year's song now?
Which one?
I don't know. Isn't there one? Is there a New Year's song?
Is it Old Lang Syne?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one. Yeah. You gonna
Should
sing
all
that?
acquaintance be forgot?
Yeah. Cheers.
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Yeah.